I didn't flinch when her voice cracked like thunder across the courtroom. "He's just a homeless veteran," she screamed, her words sharp and frantic, echoing off the marble walls with desperation that silenced the room. I sat still, hands folded, one document resting neatly before me. The judge arched an eyebrow. Without a word, I slid the paper toward him. He read it once, and his jaw locked. Then his voice cut through the air with the precision of a blade. "Lock the doors. No one leaves." The bailiff moved before the words even finished falling. That was the moment everything shifted. Her father turned away, as if he could somehow distance himself from what was coming. Her mother trembled, pale and shocked. And Lily, my ex-wife, froze like prey in a hunter's sights. Exactly as I planned. 5 years ago, I would have gone to hell and back for her. We met right after my final deployment. I came home from war angry, raw, carrying invisible wounds that the world didn't understand. And then there was Lily, warm, open, with a smile that made me believe I could still be whole. She saw past the brokenness, or at least pretended to. We married fast. Too fast. Her family disapproved, of course. Old money, old power. To them, I was nothing more than a damaged soldier, a temporary mistake. But Lily told me love didn't care about bloodlines. I believed her. I'd built a life around her, opened a security firm, built a reputation, made something of myself. I thought that meant something. I thought she meant it when she said she did. Until the night I walked into my office at 2 a.m. and saw her on my desk with her father's junior partner, the one who called me sir every Thanksgiving. They didn't see me. Not at first. I stood there, still and silent, then walked out before they even realized I'd been there. But something inside me shifted that night. Not rage, not sadness. Something colder. A wire pulled tight, emotion replaced with intent. And so I began to plan. People underestimate the quiet ones. They assume silence means weakness. Over the next year, I played the part of the fool. Filed for divorce with no contest. Gave her the house, the cars. She smiled in court, certain she had won. I faded from sight on purpose. Stepped back from my company. Appointed a proxy. Transferred assets offshore. On paper, I was broke. She even bragged about it. How she drained me dry. But I wasn't dry. I was watching, waiting. Her lover was drowning in debt. Her father's firm was under silent investigation, a sealed indictment waiting for the right trigger. I spent 18 months collecting everything, emails, wire transfers, photos, documents. I traced every lie, every theft, until I held their secrets like a loaded weapon. So when Lily dragged me back into court claiming I owed her alimony, claiming I'd abandoned her for some homeless veteran, I didn't flinch. She didn't recognize a man sitting quietly in the back row. She had no idea that he wasn't homeless. He was my former commanding officer, the man who taught me to read a battlefield and people for 2 years. He'd followed her father, and their corrupt partner, gathering every shred of evidence I needed. That courtroom moment, it wasn't spontaneous. That outburst was the final push I'd been waiting for. When I slid the document across the judge's bench, it wasn't a plea. It was a bomb. The affidavit detailed everything. Offshore accounts, bribes, money laundering, and Lily's own signature on documents authorizing illegal land seizures from veteran families. The judge turned pale. "Lock the doors," he said again, more quietly this time. Gasps filled the air. Chairs scraped against the floor. My lawyer didn't even move. He'd seen the outline of this playbook long ago. Her father muttered something and turned away. Her mother covered her mouth, eyes wide with disbelief. And Lily finally looked at me. Really looked. For the first time in 5 years, she saw not the man she thought she had broken, but the one who had never truly left the battlefield. There was no hatred in her eyes, only the slow, creeping horror of a woman realizing she'd never won. She'd been walking straight into her own reckoning. The fallout was exact. The judge recessed the chambers. Federal agents were already waiting in the hall. I'd made the call myself. Within a week, her father's firm collapsed. The partner arrested for racketeering. Her mother retreated into some luxury clinic under pretense of exhaustion. And Lily? She cried, claimed she knew nothing. But judges don't like being handed proof of their own corruption, especially not by someone with their own signature all over it. She got 5 years. No parole. I visited her once. She looked smaller across the glass. No makeup. Eyes empty. Why? She asked, voice cracking. Why ruin me? I leaned forward, calm as a whisper. You ruined yourself, I said. I just showed them where to look. She started crying as I stood. I never went back. Now I walk free. My company thrives under a new name. My former commander runs a veteran outreach center funded by a trust Lily unknowingly helped finance with her father's dirty money. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just a quiet man in the back of a courtroom, a single sheet of paper, a locked door no one saw coming. They call it revenge. I call it closure.